22 minutes before 8, and thanks so much for staying with Morning Live. So yesterday the program had an interview with Luthando Mbinda and Letlapa Mphahlele, two of the Pan Africanist Congress leaders who were part of this past weekend's meeting that discussed the party's unity. After yesterday's interview, it is still unclear who the legitimate PAC president is. So this morning we're joined in studio by Narius Moloto, who is also from the PAC. But before we speak to Narius, let's just take a little clip, look at a clip from yesterday's interview, just to jog all of our memories of some of the things that were said.
He's PAC leader.
Yes.
Now, as far as PAC members have declared, at the Congress, I was elected PAC president. At his parallel Congress, he was elected PAC president. But now, all unity efforts are about that. Comrade Mbinda and I, we are deciding that the PAC should be unified.
And who is Narius Moloto? But tell us who he is. Who is he?
Well, he'll tell you who he is. I'm not here to speak on anyone's behalf.
But you're speaking on the PAC's behalf. You are speaking on behalf of the PAC, so we need to understand.
Talking about PAC.
Yeah.
Talking about PAC.
Yeah.
The matter is before the courts to decide at the trial court, oral evidence. But no court in this country has declared anyone that will be the PAC leader.
All right, sitting in front of me now, I have got Narius Moloto. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, thank you.
Yeah, you were obviously watching that yesterday. I mean, what was your immediate reaction when you saw some of the allegations leveled against you?
Thank you. Yes, I see that you hosted two former leaders of the PAC. We acknowledge them as former leaders. We have them on record as such. They were members of the PAC and they were leaders, but there were other leaders who are also not former leaders who are not invited. But in short, we confirmed that those with Letlapa Mphahlele was a leader of the PAC from 2006 to 2013. On the 11th of May, he was expelled, and we spent more than 3 years in court with him until it goes to the Supreme Court of Appeal. So he lost out. He lost his membership of the PAC. So he's the former leader. If you come to the PAC...
So he's not even, what you're saying to me now, he's not even a member of the PAC?
He's not a member of the PAC. We went through, I offered to come with the court orders and judgments in that particular regard. He fought to gain the membership of the PAC in courts, and he lost out on that.
Yeah.
So that one is not an issue. The second one, when we say it's not an issue, is that it does not even arise as to who he is. I mean, the SABC was given copies of all court orders. I offered, if we need them, we can give them. They're there in public. I think with him, we fought the longest legal battle in the PAC.
There seems to be 2 or 3 different PACs at the moment because it's so confusing. You've got Letlapa, who is claiming he is the leader. You've got Luthando Mbinda, who says he is the leader or the deputy, and they are both adamant that you have got no role in the party whatsoever. In fact, they went on in this interview to say that you were suspended and you have been expelled from the PAC as well.
Okay, I dealt with Letlapa and disposed of who he is legally in the PAC. They were all attached to the headquarters of the PAC. Where's the offices of the PAC at the moment? And who's the contact people? Who's there? The headquarters of the PAC is at Romilly building in Johannesburg. Yeah? That is the headquarters that all legal, the IEC and everybody else contact. I know of no any other PAC other than the one which is based in the headquarters of the PAC. But let me deal with Mbinda, who's the second one who was with him. He was also expelled in June last year. He's aware of that. He has not challenged his expulsion. So as such, he has lost out. We went to a national conference in December. It was well covered by SABC, and the clips of that are here if you want to play them. So insofar as Mbinda is concerned, is also a former member. They're all no longer attached to the headquarters of the PAC.
Yeah.
They're from there.
So according to your, I don't even know if I can call them colleagues. Can I call them colleagues? Or
yes, you can.
So I can call them colleagues. Okay, your colleagues. They are saying that In 2015, there's a Congress every 3 years, right? PAC elections come every single 3 years. 2015, you were voted in or elected as the Secretary General of the PAC and not the leader. But that was in 2015. They dispute anything happened at the end of 2017.
Yeah, no, it's quite deliberate. Look, I was elected Secretary General of the PAC in 2012, the first democratic Congress of the party. You remember that the party was under decree under Letlapa Mphahlele. All this, we acknowledge that our former leaders, they had their own opportunities, their own time to lead the PAC and to take it somewhere, and they couldn't be able to do so. But as I'm saying that their membership of the party has been terminated of Letlapa. The party
if
that
their
they've
membership has been terminated,
yes.
What was this unity event that happened over the weekend? A unity event that apparently there were even resolutions that were drawn up at this unity event where they gave us a list of individuals that were there, past leaders, members of the party, and they are saying that the organization, well, actually one of our members on Twitter who is speaking on behalf of the PAC, because it's very difficult to get anything concrete from the PAC, unfortunately, saying the organization will be run by the Unity Steering Committee until an elective Congress. The USC will appoint a PAC spokesperson. Collection and consolidation of data will also happen through this different party. So there's a whole list of things that have actually come out of this. I'm quoting one of our followers, Sam Ditego, who has been, I think, an avid supporter of the PAC for a while.
Look, obviously, if they're talking that language, they're talking of a completely different organization. Now, the PAC is well constituted, it's not a new organization. Now, as I've already indicated, that these people are not in the PAC, they were in the PAC. If you come and try to get the record of when they joined the PAC, their membership, now they paid their membership over a period of time, we can able to say so. Look, the PAC is a functional political party. It has never stopped. We went to a national conference to fill in the vacancies which existed in there.
Okay,
and that included...
I have to interrupt you because I'm very confused, and I'm hoping maybe the viewers have more clarity than I do, and this is what's difficult here. Luthando Mbinda, how come he is the representative of the PAC in the National Assembly? He was supposedly expelled from the party, as you're saying. He's not a PAC member, but he represents your party in the National Assembly. Help me understand that.
Yes. Look, we have informed, after his expulsion, we've informed the Speaker of Parliament, Baleka Mpete, that this man has been expelled from the party. Now, and insofar as the PAC is concerned, he doesn't represent the party, he represents himself. He was based in the PAC headquarters all along. When he was the president, his email address was president@PAC. All these things is no longer connected to the PAC. So that issue was reported to the public protector, and we are taking the necessary legal steps on that issue. We are just waiting for the processes. Now, we also opened what we call a fraud case against him, because he opened what we call an account in the name of the PAC, and that matter is dealt with by the works. So we the situation has never been outside their control.
When you say they have been and we have been, so here's where I want to understand. Who is we and who are they? Because they held a unity conference over the weekend where they invited former leaders of the PAC who were there and members of the PAC who they say were there. So that's they. Now you talk about we. Who are we and who are they? Because this is what I think we're losing. We're losing the communication as to what is the PAC, one organization, or is it two completely broken up an organization that doesn't exist anymore?
No. Maybe we should go there and say, what is PAC?
That would help, but we don't even know who the leader of the PAC is.
No, you should. The PAC is an organization composed of its own structures, from the branches, regions, provinces, and national. Where is the headquarters of the PAC? And how the PAC is run? Now the things that they were talking, I've confirmed their position. Now, when people meet, wherever they meet, and they claim to meet under That got nothing to do with the PAC. The PAC constitution provide as to where the decisions are being taken and what level of decision. That meeting was not the meeting of the PAC. The meeting of the PAC is convened in terms of the constitution of the PAC. So therefore, I'm not necessarily going to debate more. PAC was not part of that. Inside the PAC, we had a committee that is engaging with people who left the organization. But I think for the sake of addressing this issue, the leadership, the NEC of the PAC has taken a decision where we've made a call that those people that were expelled and left the party for one reason or another, they have until the 30th of June to, if they show remorse, to come back to the party. They know where they are coming from. Well, there are no people.
They said the same thing to you, that you're welcome to go back to their PAC as well. That is what's so confusing. Okay. The door is open for you, and the door is open as well for your side. Let me ask you this question. Yeah. Your colleagues again say that in November you approached the Western Cape High Court. Okay, now either this is correct or incorrect. You can tell us. We can also check with the courts. With the Western Cape High Court wanting to be declared president, but your case was dismissed with costs.
That's not correct.
That is untrue. So we can approach the courts and see that.
No, you can do that. You are free to do that. Look, the purpose of the application, which was obviously subsequently withdrawn, it was to interdict a conference which was supposed to have taken place and did not take place in Cape Town. That was the purpose for that. It was not for what they told you it is for.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, and I think the bigger picture here is there is so much internal fighting. And, you know, I read an interview with, I'm not sure who gave the interview, but it was said by the PAC leader at the time that the PAC will lead this country in 2024. And last year, at the end of last year, you said in 2019, we want to be a strong force in the 2019 elections. Now, if we look at your numbers, in the national elections in 1994, you got 1.25% of the vote. You're now sitting with 0.2% of the vote. That was in 2014. With all of this happening, do you honestly expect somebody to walk into a polling booth and put a cross next to the PAC's name where a picture of a leader cannot even be determined?
No, the picture of the leader is not an issue.
So your picture will be on the ballot in 2019?
Definitely will be there.
Without a doubt.
I think there's no internal problems within the PAC. The only problem is that each time the people that were expelled are far away from the PAC. We are recycling what has happened 3 years ago. We are recycling the people that were not even closed. I mean, each and every party and each and every individual has a right to do whatever. But go and see. It's unfortunate, but SABC has recently covered the activities of the PAC. You can see the PAC has more wide activities than it has ever before. The members of the PAC are extremely happy. They are participating. It's democratic. Other than these things that are limited to an alleged leadership dispute, it doesn't exist. What we see a lot of enthusiastic members of the party throughout the country participating, who are engaged with them, who are there. There are no issues. Now, the issues that are being brought upon here for debate, they're not there in the PAC. They're outside the PAC. Now, for instance, we are comparing the people that were never even a factor, an issue. There was no debate about them a year ago. Now, all of a sudden, as if some miracle has happened, all of a sudden we're discussing Mbinda, we're discussing Letlapa. Those are not factors. We're not debating that. The PAC has moved, and we are far away from where we are. Can I assure you that the PAC will do extremely well in the next national elections?
I'm going to take a very quick break. We'll wrap this up after that break.
Sure.
But one thing I have to tell you is it is an issue, because we want to interview the leader of the PAC. We set you up. The other factions come through and stop us from doing it. If we interview the other leaders, they tell us, the SABC, are being completely non-toward them, and we are taking a different view, and we're trying to push an agenda when we're really not. What we're doing is trying to figure out what's happening in the PAC. And I think you owe it to your members, because those are the people that count at the end of the day, the members of the PAC, to know what's going on. So let's take a break. If you'd like to write to us and ask a question to Narius Moloto, you're more than welcome to quickly get hold of us at Morning Live SABC, and we'll pose a question to Narius, who he believes is the legitimate leader of the PAC. Stay tuned.